Most artists are walking around with their wings tied. I can't do it. I can't be an artist. It's impossible. I don't have it. I'm an imposter. No one loves me. No one cares about my work. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I'm not successful enough. I haven't made it. People are always living in the past, thinking, just my luck, man. When my ship comes in, the pier sinks. Just my luck. Someone wanted me in the show, but I forgot to submit. Just my luck. I couldn't finish my painting in time because I just had somewhere to be. I had to go. I had an appointment and I couldn't miss it, and it's just my luck. Of course, it fell on the same date. People are always arguing for their limitations and making excuses. I can't be an artist because no one gets me, no one gets my work. There are too many artists out there that are better at realism than I am. No one makes it. It's only the lucky ones, which I absolutely am not. I am not the lucky one. What it really is too is like we're embarrassed. We're embarrassed that someone might think we think that we're successful, or we've done all of this work to get to where we are, and that's so embarrassing, so we downplay everything. It's like, this isn't even that good. We're so embarrassed by all the work it took to get to where we are right now, which is nowhere near enough, nowhere near making it. But will we ever be enough? Will we ever make it? That's the question. We're afraid of the embarrassment of believing that we are successful already, when everyone around us thinks that the job or the pay rate that we have isn't high enough, we haven't actually made it, and how embarrassing to even consider that much. Whoa, that's so embarrassing. How humiliating. You think you made it? Oh, that's so embarrassing. So I met someone at an art show last night, and he made 3D models for stages, like movie sets and concerts. And after all he's accomplished, he doubts himself. He thought he hadn't made it, even though he went to school to do that. He was set out to do that, but now he's like arguing for his own limitations. What he should have done is gone to school to be an engineer, who actually do all of the building and they get the big paycheck. They're successful and he is not. It's too late for him. But then when we got down to it, it was clear that he didn't even like doing any of the engineering stuff. Still, what he has done isn't good enough. I've done loads of set design, but I haven't made it big as a set designer. What is that? That literally makes absolutely no sense. We even got to talking about how big name companies and sets, like if he was to work for Disney or something, those are more difficult people to work with because they have a certain attitude that makes them impossible, like they're snooty or something, and he doesn't want to work for a big company. So that makes him unsuccessful, but deep down he doesn't even want to be there. So really, by not working in that environment and still having found his own way and not having to work for clients like that makes him more successful because he has not sold himself out for money, fame, or glory. We are kind of told, though, subliminally that it is good to sell our soul, our knowing, our inner trust, our quality of being, because you just have to do that to get the job, right? You have to do that to become the famous filmmaker, push a certain narrative. You have to do that to become the famous rapper, push a certain narrative. It's everywhere in the art world, in the business world, when you need to get into big galleries, to be a big time musician, to get a big acting role, in politics. Like, it's everywhere. People are possessed to be oblivious of all their own talents and abilities and all the power that they hold to pave their own way and be their own artist. They believe they need these big name companies like Disney, Google, or Tesla, or whatever the heck, to be considered a designer. Or these big galleries, Hauser and Wirth. I can't even think of any at the top of my head besides that one. Or the museums, the fame, the glory. They need the fame and the glory. Oh, how tiring it all is. Don't you think? Don't you think that's kind of exhausting? People also, they give up. When something comes up, like they get criticized, they get threatened, they start to lose faith in themselves and they start to fear, what is gonna happen to me? I'm gonna be a loser. On one of my first YouTube videos, I remember getting like a weird hate comment that scared me because I had never gotten one before. I think I had 35 subscribers, something like that, 25. And think if I gave it all up then, I would have not made any of the videos that I've made now. And they have helped me so much to become more confident, to become better at painting. Like, I've improved a lot. And it sounds cliche, but truly, if I was to give up then, I don't know where I would even be. I don't know if I would even be painting or drawing. YouTube has literally helped me to like gain my footing, realize what it is that I find important, what I want my art to be about. Maybe I would have maybe I would have stopped doing art as a whole. And in these moments of doubt, we have to look at what is most important. Is it the views, the popularity, the nice comments, the survival that the income streams are giving you, the money that you're getting from your art sales? What is your life about? What is your art about? Are you hiding under a rock so you can continue to make these sales? Are you changing your narrative so that you can maybe one day get a knock on the door and Hauser and Wirth wants you to come show in their gallery? Like, are you hiding so that no one will see you, hear you, so that you don't have to make any waves, so that you're not considered strange, considered weird, considered oddball, like paranoid, I don't know, make you feel stupid so that you could just go along to get along, not feel stressed, not in the face of pain, in the face of struggle. You're just going along to get along. You're not doing anything, you're just fitting into someone else's reality instead of your own. Is that what's important? People everywhere separate themselves from who they are, the art they want to make, and give their power to their thoughts, the words that are merely sounds or scribbles on a paper, and these words are used to make like laws and rules, concepts, beliefs, religion, and all of these concepts and beliefs just disempower us, and they empower someone or something else. We give our power to people that terrify, control, manipulate, convince, and thwart, and make us doubt ourselves. The question really is, who are you going to serve today? Your inner artist, your inner wisdom, your inner guide, your inner self, or these concepts, ideas, beliefs? Are you going to give all of your power away to them every single day for the rest of your life? God in modern day times has become like money, fame, glory, stuff, fancy stuff. It's really embarrassing. And yet we're embarrassed when we don't have all of these things, where we don't make all of this money. Instead, we pursue ourselves, we pursue our goal or our life's purpose, and that feels like it's by design to me. Why is that embarrassing and not pursuing things that are so boring and dumb? Like money and fame and glory, that is so dumb and obviously so worldly and based in deceit. It's not real, it's fake, it's artificial. And these sounds and words we give our power to do manifest, but we forget that we are the ones that are the manifestors. We are the manifestors. These controls that are put onto us so that we forget who we are, so that we don't create our stuff. We are the one with the faith in whatever we have, whatever we do. We're the one with the faith. Faith is the fuel of manifestation. Whatever we genuinely have faith will be. The moment you tell yourself, what do I know? My art sucks. I'll never make it. The art world is too vast. I'm just one little person. I'm too scared. I can't do it. I'll never amount to anything. It's going to be so embarrassing. I'm going to fail. It's going to be super awkward. Everyone's going to be like, we told you so. That's what'll happen. The moment you say that, it'll happen. The moment you think that, put faith in it, it will materialize. It will manifest. We have to practice instead being right where we are, knowing all that we do in this moment now, not needing more, not wishing for less. We just know what we know in the moment. Being an artist, figuring out all of the blockages, stoppages we have been putting so much of our faith into to convince ourselves we're right. It's too difficult. We can't do it. Drop all of it and put that faith instead into ourself, our art practice, our quality of being. This is the greatest investment that you can make. Seriously, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of practice, but it is genuinely the best investment we can make. When you know this, you know that you can manifest. You know that you can be empowered. You know you can contribute. You can make a difference. You are a living example of a divine creative being. You are a demonstration about how there is no need to be a caricature, a fakey, a phony, a character in a script, in a movie, or in someone else's life. You don't have to do crazy things, perform in some bizarre way to prove, well, I'm an artist, I have all this crazy stuff going on, I must be an artist or something. You are one already. You have nothing to prove. That's it, because you create from your heart, and that's all you need. No more, no less. For the most part lately, I've been kind of cooped up in my house, right? I have gone to some art shows here and there, and when I say lately, I'm talking about the past 2 years. I hang out outside, but I stick kind of more with my husband. I go to some art shows, but mostly with my husband, or I stick to myself if I go by myself. Because people around the outside world are all on their phones. They're stuck on TV. They're stuck in the TV world. Their iPhone is literally their everything. And it's telling them so many different things that they need to know. So many different things they have to say to be politically correct. Always on edge about saying the wrong thing. What if I step on someone's toes? So they say literally the most boring things. I can't even stand it. And it sounds like the most boring things imaginable most times. Not wanting to ruffle any feathers. I will eavesdrop sometimes and I'm like, I feel like I'm on the Truman Show. I feel like they're all reading from the same script. No one actually speaks from their heart. Art shows are all the same thing, just fighting the powers that be through highlighting the voices of people who don't even say anything. The more we look, the less there is. Just the same old, same old. We are not living in difficult times. The times have always been difficult. No matter the time period, there's always been something, some weird controlling power over some community. It's been that way. I mean, maybe in divine times, maybe some indigenous communities or something at some point had a blissful no power over them. But in the modern world, there's not been a time. I wish I was born in the 60s when things were easy. That's literally an illusion. It never was easy. It always was hard. So the further we go to the outer world, discover all that's happening, get so invested in it, try to change it, the further we go from our inner world, the further we go from our creative practice. And we can't create from our heart when we're always trying to fit in, when we're always trying to go along to get along, when we're always trying to change the world, always trying to do and say the right thing according to everyone and everything except for ourselves. People seriously doubt themselves too because they don't want to be called weird, bro. They just don't want to be name called. And it's so juvenile, but it's true. They don't want to be called weird, strange, paranoid, a particular political party. They don't want to be called conservative or Democrat or whatever. They're afraid of what category they might be put under. So scary. Oh my God, I'm so scared someone might find me weird. They're afraid. I work sometimes in special education, so a lot of the times the classes I work for, I'll just be placed with someone who is having a harder time getting along in these places, in this school, with the kids. Honestly though, I feel like I can relate to these kids sometimes even more than everybody else, because basically they just understand the rules are strange, they recognize their free will, and then they don't follow the rules and they do something else. And sometimes they even fight back by being crazier just to be spiteful, which I don't really resonate with that exactly. It's just, I kind of get it, and they're just good people being frustrated by things that don't work, And so it reminds me of those frightening moments of when I have gone into the world sometimes, or told someone what I've been doing, with YouTube, or I share my videos on Instagram or with my friends and family, and I always feel like people act threatened by it in some way, not threatened because they're jealous or threatened because whatever. They just act threatened. And because I quit going to nursing school, well, because I'm making YouTube videos, right? And I'm not making any money from this, and this threatens people because it doesn't scare me. this threatens people because they're like, well, what do you mean you quit nursing school to do YouTube videos that aren't making any money? What? And they start to fear-monger me with all the reasons why not, why it doesn't make sense, my numbers aren't high enough, my day job doesn't make enough money, what if I want to have kids one day? Oh my god, what if I want to have kids? And yet I show no fear still. That is their issue, and what they think of me is none of my business. Sometimes, though, it does make me angry. Sometimes I want to be like those kids that I work for that act out to show them that no matter what they say, I will still remain authentic to myself and I will not fall in line like they have. But that would cast me as crazy. Who have you been giving your power away to? What is stopping you? Who is holding you back? What is causing your depression, sorrow, your sadness? What makes you believe that you have lost all of the good in your life? What makes you believe you can't dedicate your life to art? What makes you believe that? Is it money? Is it family approval? Is it status? Is it that you aren't in a romantic relationship? Is it that you don't have any friends? This moment is the first moment of your eternal existence of successive moments of now. You being, you creating. Start fresh and let go of all the nonsense. Stop doubting yourself. Be an artist, take your life back, stop giving all your power to the big gallery, the social media platforms. It's not you. Take it back, be your own artist. You can pave your own path without them, with faith in yourself instead. The painting that I'm working on in this video is a painting that I've been procrastinating just through self-doubt because I know how detailed it is and small it is at the same time. So all of these excuses have led me to procrastinate on this painting, but in the nature of trying to rid myself of self-doubt and just get my things done. For people that are new here, I am always just critiquing different things, mental pathways, and fear states and emotional states, and how we kind of are all living in the same experience, and how we can use these understandings of life and these mental states and all of these things to step away from those things and instead give our power to our wisdom and our knowing that we have innately, that doesn't require thought, that is beyond words and beyond description, and kind of just like resonating with all that I know that I'm capable of, not in a winning and losing type of way, but more in like I want to understand myself more, I want to get closer to myself, and I want to learn about the beauties of life instead of being a cog in a wheel and going along to get along and being so materialistic as if materialism is our god. It's just exhausting to me. I've had a bunch of money, I've had a bunch of clothes and a nice place and all the things, and that was the most miserable I've ever been. It sounds corny, it sounds cliche, but it's just like, I think I thought that would afford me some higher level of thinking or more time to enjoy myself, but really all it did was overstimulate me because I was always on the go, always doing something, and then I kind of lost myself along the way. And I guess I just found out it's not for me. So if I'm in a world that kind of demonstrates that that's what success is, then I'm kind of stuck, like, without ambition, being kind of a loser under their terms, because I don't really feel like participating in the game of money and in the game of success and all that that means and all that you have to do to achieve that level of success and glory and like all that stuff. So I guess just trying to find my own way on my own with my own power, not giving it away to these systems, which has so much to do with self-doubt. If you doubt yourself, you rely on these systems and you put the faith somewhere. Your faith gets put into something else if it's not into you. So that could be religion, that could be government, that could be education, like intellectualism. It could be so many different things. Financial stuff. It could be so many different things, and I guess my purpose here is to work through those things so that I'm not stuck making money and then being like miserable at the end of it all. Because then that's just a waste of everyone's time and a waste of so much energy when I could be enjoying life painting instead of trying to figure out how I can make myself into a product. I feel like I just need to set myself free from, I have to make a perfect video and it has to be perfect and people have to get something from it and I have to provide value, because then I'm just making myself into a product, and that's not what I am. I am beyond productivity. I am beyond ambition. I just am myself, and that's enough. You are the same. I think of you in the same way I think of me, because I know you, because I know me.
What are you doing to my friend?
You're our lucky 10,000th customer. All these doodads are yours for free. Don't you get it? You're our winner.
Winner? You know, it's another word for loser.
On three, everyone. I love doodads. 1, 2, 3. I love doodads.
I'm stopping for the night, and honestly, you guys, like, I feel like I took 20,000 years to do like barely anything, and that is the biggest source of what is wrong with me vibes, because when I look at it from far away, it looks the same as when I even started this whole weekend. It's like you just have to go up close to see the details, but I don't like that, and I think it's just like, ugh, I'm so scared I'm not gonna like it. If I don't like it, then I just feel like a big waste of time. And I guess I'm just kind of having a crisis in general, because I've been working so hard at my YouTube for so long, and I've been doing so many different things for it, and also just like I've been making TikToks for not that long. I don't want to say I've made TikToks for that long, but with the Depop, I've been doing the Depop forever. I've just had this like dream forever, hence the your dreams will never come true. I've spent so much time dreaming about the thing that it's like I'm wasting my time. And it's crazy because I feel like this is like one of the only paintings I've made this year, because I've just been doing that printmaking course and I've been drawing more, and I just kind of feel out of practice, and I'm so bummed about that, because the whole point of like what I want to do is I want to paint as well as draw, yes, but not really the drawings I've been doing. And I don't know, I feel like I'm whining right now. No whiners allowed. I don't know, maybe I want to redirect my energy. I think I'm gonna try less hard in my printmaking class. I don't think I like it, to be honest with you. I don't think I like printmaking. It's like, also the teacher just kind of bugs me, and he actually steals your print if he likes it. So I've gotten 2 of my prints stolen from me, and he's like, you can ask for them back, but we can have a conversation about you taking them back. And it's just like so bizarre that that would even be a thing. And I don't want to, like, I don't know, like if I wanted to go to like an actual art school, which I don't ever think I would, but that would be on my record if I got a bad grade, like if he were to retaliate, which I get that that's like against the rules, and I could go to like the board about that if that does happen. But I'm just like not that kind of person. I don't have that much energy for something so small. I don't know, I just feel like I would just forget about it and go move on with my life. So yeah, I'm just gonna try less hard, because I'm just like, I don't like it. I don't like the class. I don't like the vibes. I liked it a lot at first, but I think now that we're starting to get into the repetition of things we've already learned, I'm just kind of bored. I'm like over it. But I'm glad I like got a new experience and tried something new. I fear it took away from my passion, which is painting and drawing in the specific way that's not such line work. Like it was like I had to go back to like my old ways, like almost revert from shading and like really making my work three-dimensional to like this very like line work, simplistic, almost like comic style print making. And I don't know, I'm not into it. The silver lining to it maybe is I know what I like and I know what I don't like, and I always was curious about printmaking, and I can maybe do it and experiment on my own time, but not in the way where I'm like bound to a class, and now I kind of know not to do that. Yeah, I think I'm just over taking courses. Maybe I need to take a break from that, because it's just like, this guy's just really throwing me up for a loop here. I'm like annoyed by him. What do you guys think? Do you think I should ask for my prints back? Or do you think I should just let the man steal? Because like at the end of the day, is he really gonna gain from something out of that? No. And just like kind of move on with my life, not be so protective. I have actually gotten a comment here that I keep thinking about. Someone said, don't be so protective over your work. Your work isn't so precious. Like I shouldn't be like so worried about it all the time. It was in the Art Shows Me Who to Let Go Of. And I just found that so interesting because it's like I do kind of do that. And yeah, I found that interesting. And so I'm like, should I just let him take my ideas and let him take my work and just move on and like kind of take it as a learning lesson? Take it as my research. Like I researched how to find out people that do stuff like that, and I will not make the same mistakes going forward. Because like I could kind of tell that I wasn't gonna like him the first day, but I really wanted to learn about printmaking. But I should have known that if I don't like the teacher, I probably won't like the class. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about, should I ask for my work back or should I just let the man steal and move on with my life and not waste my energy on that kind of drama? I think there's also benefit I can take from learning to let go of things so that I can receive what's meant for me. Like kind of not fight so hard for my things and my art and my stuff, just to be able to keep them in my room and like hoard them until someone's interested in like buying them, or I figure out what I want to do with them, or you know what I mean, like just kind of giving them up and letting him do what he wants to do with them and moving on with my life? Or do you think I should fight for my stuff? And the thing is, I do have two other copies. He just took my third copy for both of them, so he has two of my prints, one of each one that I've done. So yeah, and I know he'll take another one unless I don't try my best and just kind of go through the motions, because I don't like printmaking that much anyways. He probably won't want to steal them if they're not that good. These are the kinds of self-doubts that I have, because it's like, why did I make the decision to go to the printmaking class if my passion lies within drawing and painting? What was the reasoning for that? Because it kind of took me away from painting it, because I was in such a painting mode, and I kind of like disrupted that because I wanted to take a class and that was like kind of the only one available, and I was like, ooh, printmaking might be interesting, you know. So I guess I just kind of overthink when I've made the wrong decision, and I'm like, why did I do that? It does kind of like get to me that it's been so much time since I've picked up the paintbrush, and like it's almost like I'm uncomfortable with it. Like I'm not as comfortable behind the canvas as I was before I started this printmaking course that I don't even like. I think the more I get done, the more I see it looking better, the more I'll be out of this kind of mental rut.
I can hope and I can dream, and I am full of self-esteem.
This record is shot. Why don't you ask your parents to get you the CD?
Compact discs were forced upon consumers so that record companies can increase their profit margins.
That's important for a 6-year-old to know.
Let's play it again!
We're to a point where I'm like overwhelmed by the amount of squigglies and things, because every single piece of the thing has its own dimension, and I want them to have like intricacies in the metal, like designs in the metal. It just takes so long, and I guess I'm just having self-doubt, hashtag self-doubt, about the way that it's going, or like how I'm actually supposed to be finishing this. I really wanted to finish it for the video because I kind of wanted that like conquer the self-doubt vibe, but I'm doubting that I can finish it. And I don't know, because I'm wanting to go to an art show tonight, and tomorrow I obviously have to edit this video to get it up in time for my weekly upload. Not because I feel forced to upload every week, or because I'm like forcing myself to upload every week. Productivity cog in the machine, I have to get one out every week because that's what you're supposed to do. I kind of just do that for my own good, because I know that I changed so drastically within 3 or 4 days. So if I'm working on the same video for more than a week or even a few days or 4 days, 5 days, I've changed. I want to do something new. I'm kind of bored of the concept. I've ruminated on it for too long. I kind of want to move on to the next thing. Even if I don't finish it, I can probably still finish it on the next video and kind of have a new theme for that. I really go with the flow of my life, and I really observe for a few days what's going on in my surroundings. I pick up on like signs from the outside world when things just have those synchronicities. And then I'm kind of pointed in a direction of what I want the next topic to be. So yeah, even if I don't finish this, it's okay. Like, no need to doubt myself for the video making process. It's gonna be fine. Not forcing yourself to rush and finish something that you're not ready to finish is another way we can like release self-doubt. I doubt that I'll ever finish it if I don't finish it this weekend. Like, if I couldn't finish it this week, will I ever? You know, that kind of thought process that's toxic and kind of keeps you like in the productivity, like I'm a product, I need to get this painting out, which I have done that before. I used to make like a painting a week because I was like, if I'm gonna make it, I better be painting every single day. I better be doing the thing, or else no one's gonna know I work hard. No one's gonna know who I am, and I'm a hard worker, and like I get shit done, and I improve on my art. Like, I'm getting better and better and faster and faster and faster. It wasn't until I painted like a big painting with a lot of details. It was the like what's in my bag, but it's an oil painting. That was when I really learned the value in taking my time, allowing myself to ruminate and take multiple lessons from one piece. Not that the point of art is to have lessons from it, but I think YouTube also gave me the outlet that I was searching for through my painting every single week. That's kind of what I get from talking to you guys every week, instead of like kind of using my painting as like that bookmark in my thought processes and my like journal entry or whatever. I can use this outlet that I have talking to you and having discussions about these sorts of things that I'm conflicted about while I'm painting. All I'm trying to say is, like, do your damn thing, go with the flow, and if you don't finish your painting, finish it next week. Finish it in a month. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. Stop doubting yourself just because you can't finish your painting. Trust that you will. Give yourself grace. When you're feeling grace for yourself and you're giving yourself time to create and you're not rushing yourself and making yourself into a product, that is when you produce. That is when your paintings come out the best, ironically enough. The things you really are taking your time with, caring about, and really putting your whole self into, putting all your love into it, and putting all of the love into yourself at the same time while you're doing it, and not like forcing yourself to do too much just to like keep up with this rat race of people that doesn't exist unless you let it, doesn't have power unless you give it to it. It becomes just so much more beautiful. The more love you put into yourself, the more you are faithful in the process, the more you are grateful for what you've got done, the more you're just present here and now, the more blessings come forth, the more rewards you get, whatever the reward may look like. And the reward that life gives you is always way more fulfilling and way more beautiful than any reward you could give yourself. And through a rushed, kind of like money-based like exchange of energy through the senses. I guess I'm just too overwhelmed by the whole thing. I need to just tackle one area and let that be my focus, instead of like being like, I need to finish today, but we'll see what happens.
What do you see in the picture, Dara?
A herd of beautiful wild ponies running free across the plains.
There aren't any ponies.
They said they could be whatever I wanted.
That's a different test, dear. In this test, they're people, and you tell me what they're discussing.
Oh, I see. It's a guy and a girl, and they're discussing a herd of beautiful wild ponies running free across the plains.
I'm excited with the progress I've made, you know, it doesn't always have to be finished. It's obviously still in an ugly phase here, but you can kind of see where it's going at least. As before, it was just looking like a big blob, but the background's gonna be dark, just so you know. yeah, so I'm excited with the way it's turning out. I pretty much focus mainly on this area here. So once everything else is done, it'll all kind of look or resemble. Specifically this part is where I was working on most. And I really just want to take my time with it. Another thing that can come with doubting yourself is like rushing to get done so that you can prove like I finished, I did it, you know, and not allowing yourself the time to finish slowly. Or like if you're trying to make yourself into a product, like I said, you have to get done because you're competing with other people. When you're a part of the game, you have to beat somebody. There's a competition in your head that you need to outperform somebody else. When motivation comes from that, it is also generating doubt within yourself that you can do it, and then you're kind of stuck in a loop of thinking you can't, so you have to produce more and more before you can, and then when you believe that, it becomes true, so then you never really make it in the ways that you want to, or you never actualize the goals that you're setting. And I'm not trying to say like I don't doubt myself, I'm so big and I'm bad and I'm bragging or whatever. I don't doubt myself, that's not what I'm saying. You can still set goals when you don't doubt yourself, when you're coming from a place of knowing that you can do something, whatever you put your mind to. If my goal, say, was to walk to the front door, as long as I didn't change my mind in the pursuit of walking to the door, I'm gonna make it there. If I change my mind or I give up, sure, I won't make it there, but it's the same thing with anything else. Whatever you want to do, as long as you don't give up, you're gonna make it to the door. A lot of people, they'll reach a roadblock, right? I've had so many roadblocks, but I've gotten so much value from all the things that I've learned, all the practices I found about life, how I can learn more about myself and what it is that I want to create. What I was saying though was you can have goals, but it's not about there's a winner or I'm gonna be the big winner. These goals are such a big deal for you to accomplish your goal. Even just the smallest thing, like I'm standing in front of the camera and I'm talking because I intended to. I'm intending to make this video and I am successful in that. That was my goal for the day and I accomplished it and I can feel good. But it's not like this big thing like I win, you lose, I did a video, you didn't. Like when you're allowing yourself to take your time, not be finished, not always creating like a final, here's my finished piece, here's my painting, guys, let me post it on Instagram, finally I finished, you know. This I've been working on this for like the past week and I'm so excited to show you the finished result. Sometimes it's more about the process than anything else. I guess I am just witnessing how my own doubts in myself, my own thoughts, my own belief systems that are just generating this self-doubt. We're living in a world that's kind of set up to make us doubt ourselves because we have to rely on education systems that kind of teach us we can't without them, that teach us we're kind of stupid without them. When we become graduates from a specific degree, then we've just become parrots of the same intellectual jargon that they taught us, that is supposedly the word of intellectualism. In order to be smart, you need to live in a smart city, and in order to be modern, you need to be in a high-end like hotel looking like apartment, and you need to have the Tesla, and you just have so many things to upkeep and so many things to attach yourself to that only make you doubt yourself, only make you feel like you can't drive your own car. You'd rather have the machine drive it for you. Like all these so-called conveniences that are actually just stripping you of your power to do it yourself and to give you that feeling of fulfillment. And we think we'll be fulfilled when we have more money and have more pleasure through the financial increase, so we can go out to eat every night and keep eating like things that are just bad for us, giving us disease. All of this stuff, we're just doing that to fulfill ourselves. And then once we get there, then we realize it's not actually fulfilling, and then we're like, we don't know what to do now. That all was a lie, you know what I mean? And then we're just like kind of stuck in this like tormentation of like, what do we do? But then you realize the real fulfillment, the real satisfaction is in the self, is in knowing that we can do whatever it is that we want, knowing that we can make it to that door at the end of the hall if we just keep going, if we don't change our minds, if we don't scroll on the way or do silly things on the way and then forget and then go back to our bed and then fall asleep. You know, like, as long as you don't get distracted, you will be able to do it. As long as you don't give up on yourself, you will be able to do it. Never give up on being an artist. Get out of your own way. Stop with the self-doubt. Be an artist. Art is my facilitator of my figuring out who I am. That's why I know I'm meant to do it. So whatever it is that's making you feel closer to you, that's your thing. Replace, every time I say art, replace it with your thing, because that's what you're meant to do. And this is what I'm meant to do, but that's just me. And I think we're all creator beings. It's probably creative, what it is that's bringing you close to yourself. I hope to reach someone today that might be doubting themselves and just let them know that I feel you, and I think a lot of people feel you too. Even if they seem like they don't doubt themselves, they're probably not doubting their minds. They're doubting themselves, but they're not doubting their minds. They're believing everything they think, and they're muting their intuition, they're muting who they are just to fit in, go along to get along, have the nice things, come across like they're feeling good, all of this just to be loved, to feel fulfilled, to feel satisfied, but yet they don't. You can have the fulfillment and the satisfaction without all of that, without all of the selling of soul, without all the getting by the grit of your teeth, without all the competition, without all the drama, without all the bullshit, without all the brown nosing, without all the begging, without all the nasty things that you might have to do to get to the places that you think are so glamorous, so rewarding. It's not. It's just fake, it's fleeting, and the real work is getting rid of self-doubt. I really think that's the point. I think that's the key of everything, is just lack of self-doubt and being yourself through whatever means, by whatever means necessary. Yes.
It's about how behavior is affected by positive or negative reinforcement.
Sounds super.
Like, say you have a friend who responds to everything you say with, "That's great." This insincere reply is the same whether you saved a life or killed a bug, and thus becomes negative reinforcement, causing you to withdraw from that person or persons.
Wow, that's fantastic.